'cause you had a bad day. This line is all about those unlucky folks in this compilation. These people had to pay up way more than their paycheck. Check it out and have a good laugh with wowtv before you get to work. If you want to quit, write a resignation letter instead of acting like this.
Stop it! Stop it!
His problem-solving skills didn't seem to match what was on his resume. The advantage of knowing how to do obstacle course racing in this situation. Instead of watching a boring training session, let's catch a comedy show today.
2, 3. Whoa! That did not work out well at all. You're too strong.
Breaking a few bottles isn't a tragedy, but a whole bunch definitely is. Since that day, no one has seen him do this job again. The advertising plan fell. Literally. They'd have a headache dealing with the aftermath. If you have a clueless coworker, keep your eyes on him every single second.
A new car! Oh my god!
A TikTok trend video shot for hundreds of thousands of dollars. Top-notch teamwork that made bubble tea sold out in the blink of an eye. In a different kind of way.
No. No. Yes. But if it does go off, I don't want to be the... Oh. Yeah, no.
Clearing snow is great, but next time, try not to clear the roof as well. Be careful when a helicopter's coming your way. He was confident that one swing of the hammer could take down the concrete water tank. Uh-oh, it didn't. Until the fifth swing.
3, 2, 1, go!
Welcome to the one-of-a-kind race between the driver and the tricycle. Who will cross the finish line first? Real friends are the ones who laugh at your failures. You won't always succeed, no matter how hard you try. Thank that guy for lending a hand. Alright guys, let's get back to work again. What's about to happen is definitely beyond his expectations. This ground was too weak to support 2 vehicles at once. They'd need to do regular safety checks to avoid this next time. They should have realized that this space wasn't big enough for a helicopter to land. According to reports, the pilot and nearby workers weren't seriously injured.
Sí, la parte del CISAT ya quedó, ya se
If you're working from home,
autonomía curricular y
it's best to have a family meeting to discuss the rules.
esa parte está quedando bien. Perdón,
And then came 100 missed calls from the neighborhood cleaner. Even when you're busy, don't forget to keep an eye on your chair. What was with that forced smile? It seems like he wasn't really into this job. Quick reflexes there. I guess that wasn't the first time. Where's your rubber hammer? Looks professional, but the result. If you can guess what's gonna happen next, you're definitely a hardcore fan of the Wow Fails series.
I have just been fired.
Precisa vai rápido. Aí, é mais simples.
Assim, pra ele.
The last moment always has a surprise. I might reconsider ordering pizza anytime soon. He looked pretty satisfied with his work, but that was before he saw the paint bill. The power of the spray pump was probably something he forgot about. When one door closes, in this case, no other door is opened either. I was really hoping someone would come to her rescue. I hope the car owner never sees this video.
Medium vanilla cone.
Oh, that was supposed to be chocolate.
Oh, okay.
The snow clearing plan turned into a failed shovel rescue mission.
Bye-bye, Russell.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the construction site swimming championships. In 3, 2, 1. Was this how they train new employees? Buddy, I've already got your resignation letter ready.
Oh my god.
This situation probably wasn't in the homeowner's plans. That was definitely a bad day for the owners of these cars. When you're tearing down a wall and suddenly realize, oh, that's not where I meant to hit. A creative way to attach a car's rear end and get a new tail light. Curtis was chopping down a big tree in his backyard and accidentally smashed the kids' playhouse. They'd soon discover the damage when they got home from school. She found a unique way to break the tension in the office. Give us your address and we'll deliver you a protective mask. Barrels of wine and floor mopping machine. Can you guess what's coming next? A failure in teamwork meant the diners would have to wait a bit longer for their meal. The biggest and most costly mistake in today's video goes to the 400-ton crane. The only silver lining is that everyone made it to safety.
What's going on?
Right?
Wow, this is the first time I've seen a tree take down 4 chainsaws. I bet this guy exaggerated his skills on his resume. Her coworker finally got a pen and a good laugh. He talked a lot about his experience, but his performance said otherwise. A crash course in forklift training was exactly what he needed. The good news is he was okay, but the bad news is his clothes got stained by the white liquid rubber. He's a firefighter, but he couldn't even control the hose. No one steps in the same river twice, but this man ran into the same mishap in the same spot. Maybe they were competing to see who could fill the dirt the slowest. Was this a masterpiece of a parabolic wall in the making? wowtv apologizes to the customers who ordered pizza during this live stream. Your order might be a little late. If he keeps this up, I'm worried his health might take a hit. When your creativity ends up in the wrong place. When nature calls you to go home.
I got that.
It was his first mistake at work, and it might just be his last. He'd better come clean about his mistake before the car owner finds out who did it. This scene left everyone holding their breath. The boulder tried to scare him, but it failed. That's a skill not many can pull off, girl. Can he really get the job done in that outfit? Why was he so flustered? Is this how he was trained? Today's spotlight isn't on the bride and groom, but on... This lawnmower racer wasn't quite ready for the championship. This method of transportation didn't seem very reliable.
No! God, please, no! No!
Don't talk about your work-life balance when you can't even keep a food tray steady. I can't tell if this cat rescue was a success or a failure. Alright, now instead of a car, we need to rescue a crane too. The new employee said he graduated with a degree in construction. It's lucky there were no injuries. Carrying bricks also requires skill. He was giving it his all to fail. Here's a test of your eyesight. Can you spot the obstacle blocking his way? He must have had a lot of faith in that cardboard box. A pretty hard collision between the cutting board and his face. I hope they finish the job before it gets dark. If you're not confident you can stop the fish from escaping, you should get a sturdier bag.
Nicole!
This refueling was definitely going over her budget.
What do I do? It's not stopping! I don't...
Music doesn't always help you work more efficiently. 3 seconds before the car owner officially joined the treasure hunt. Get away! You're all too slow! Let me do it myself! A romantic story ended before it even started. He began his day by turning on the computer the wrong way. Should I stop or not? I hope that wasn't this guy's last day at work. The skydiver started his jump. The camera might never have imagined that one day it would also experience skydiving. Nah, I really don't like hair noodles. The delivery guy thought his motorcycle could make it through the flood. When you think you're the star of Dancing with the Stars. But be careful, this isn't a stage. Even if you're trained to be by the president's side, you can still make mistakes. Hope you enjoyed the hilarious moments in today's video. Have you ever experienced an awkward situation at work? Comment below and let us know. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to wowtv so you don't miss out on more entertaining videos.